So, what is JSON? JSON, or JavaScript Object Notation, is like a universal language for computers and people. It's a super neat way to write down and share information, making sure everyone understands it perfectly. Think of JSON as a way for apps to share little notes. These notes are always organized using either a labeled box, which is curly brackets, or a numbered list, which is squared brackets. Each piece of information in a box gets its own clear label. Many apps, tools, and websites use JSON to send and store structured data, just like how each node in init passes its own JSON note to the next. We are gonna see a live example of JSON once we start building agents and automations. Init is a platform where we build AI agents and automations on. Nodes are the building blocks inside Init. So JSON is simply a language that we humans and machines are able to understand and read. And it's very useful and very important. And this is how most of the applications can send and receive data online. JSON made simple. JSON might sound technical, but it's really just a way to pack information neatly. Think of it as having just two types of containers. First container is a labeled box, which is curly brackets. Find things by their label, not their position. We're going to see an example of that in just a few. And squared brackets, which is a numbered line. Find things by their position in the sequence. An analogy that makes JSON click. The school locker is the object. Imagine your school locker with labeled shelves. Each shelf has a label, the key. So let me use the mouse. Each shelf has a label, the key. So this is the shelf. It has a label, which is the key. And each shelf holds something, the value. So the shelf has the label, which is the key, and has something on it, which is the value. You find things by looking for their label. So we have the key, value, key, value. We call this key value pair. Second shelf has a different key with its own unique value. So key value, key value. You find things by looking for their label. So the label is the name, the key is the name. We look for the name and it's Lena. So name is Lena. Key value pair. The grade is 5, has bike is true. We mentioned data types in the last video. This is text, which means it's a string. This is a number, which is the data type is a number, and this is true, which means it's a Boolean. Read it as, in this locker, the name shelf has Lena, or says Lena, the grade shelf has 5. This is an example for the school locker. Why JSON matters for AI and automations. It's the default way apps talk. When your workflow calls an API, whether payment, maps, etc., we are going to explain what APIs are in future videos. The request and response are almost always JSON. So it's the default way apps talk. It's easy to read and fix. Because it's clean text, you can spot mistakes quickly. It's universal. Python, JavaScript, Go, Java, etc. all handle JSON easily. It's light and fast. Small files mean quicker network calls and snappier automations. It's flexible. You can add or remove fields without redesigning a whole database. So this is why JSON is important for us and why it's universal. What is data processing? Data processing means taking raw information and getting it into the right shape so your workflow can understand it, use it, and pass it on. In practice, that's things like reading incoming data, fixing mistakes and gaps, converting formats and types, adding missing context, and sending clean results to the next step. If your data is messy, your automations will be messy. So clean data means reliable automations. Quality data in is quality data out. Data processing is a process that ensures that the data coming out is clean, organized, and structured. Why data processing matters? Better AI answers. LLMs do best when inputs are clear, consistent, and complete. Good processing reduces hallucinations and off-topic replies. Fewer broken runs. Standardized fields and types prevent node errors and weird edge cases. Trustworthy outputs. Clean data means accurate emails, reports, etc. Faster builds. Reusable processing patterns, templates, save hours every week. Smoother integrations. Most apps expect specific formats, dates, numbers, IDs. Processing makes your payloads API ready. In short, data processing is so useful because it allows us to have data outputs that are clear, organized, and structured, as I mentioned. And this will have a very positive ripple effect on everything else we're doing with AI. So if we give AI models good quality data that is structured due to data processing, AI models are going to be able to give us quality outputs, the outputs that we are looking for. So this is the importance of data processing. The core steps of data processing. First, you collect data. Grab data from a trigger or source, form, file, webhook, API. So you collect the data. Data comes in. Then you parse data. Pull out the pieces you need. Split text, read JSON, CSV, decode attachments. So parsing is just taking the pieces of data that matter. Step 3 would be clean, fix typos, trim spaces, remove duplicates, and handle missing values. Step 4 would be normalize, make things consistent. Date formats, phone formats, lowercase emails, and standard currency. So let's say you have a customer list and you have names, emails. You would want the names to have the first letter as capital and the remaining letters as lowercase. All of the names should have the same format. Step 5 would be enrich, add context, look up user profile, map IDs to names, or geocode an address. Enriching data is having a more detailed and better quality data that you can use in a more efficient and better way. Step 6 would be validate, check rules before acting. Are the required fields present? Are the types correct? Ranges sane? So validating data is important. And before step number 7, which is routing, send to the right place. Database, Slack, email, CRM, vector database, or another API. So these steps are important for the same reasons I mentioned before. The final result we want out of data processing is sending quality, structured, and organized data. And that is very important because that is how you can utilize AI 10 times, 20 times, or even 100 times more efficiently and effectively. That being said, thank you for watching this video and see you on the next one.